Yo guys, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10. Alright, so in the last video, I did show you guys our bee farm, having it set up, and off camera, I've been adding some, blocks that we're going to need a lot of, and this will continue until probably we have the All the Mods star completely automated, but I'll go through and show you some of the ones I'm doing. So I believe I showed the blazing archwood. We threw iron in here, ferrocore, so we have all the just dire things ones. We have amethyst, source, we have ghostly. I believe I showed the draconic bees. We have wasted radioactive bees. I moved them into here because they do work with the simulation upgrades if you have antimatter. Then we have Blaze Gold from Just Dire Things. This one is Celesta Gem, Eclipse Alloy, Shulker, Diamond, Glowstone, Lapis. This one is Slimy Bees. They just take regular flowers. Then Redstone and Entro. That's all I've done so far. And I will show you down in here. I did add a second row of heated centrifuges and replaced all the regular centrifuges because they don't actually need to be there anymore, as we are just doing blocks. I do have a bunch of bulk excess bees going. This is the amount of draconic dust we've gotten, so that's why everything has omega upgrades. If we go into here, we have 6 extra so far. We're missing leather. Leather's going to be the next thing I probably automate. It looks like this thing breaks with server restarts. Yeah, because we have pretty much infinite dandelions. So I'm not sure why this isn't working. There we go. Looks like with the server restart, the daylight detector just doesn't register anything. If that makes sense. Let's go ahead, do our every episode check. We're sitting at 3410. So from the last episode, there are 10 new faces on the channel. So thank you very much for subbing to the channel. I truly appreciate everyone's support. This is what I did for the smithing template. Actually, looks like we're out of netherrack. Yeah, we're out of netherrack. How many smithing templates are we at? 106,000. That's probably a good thing. The problem is our lava farm is not quick enough. Because I have lava. We come back to our factory over here. I got lava going into the material stonework factory with water, making netherrack. And then the netherrack just got put into this guy here. We come take a peek over here. Gets put into the molecular assembler. You have to use the regular AE one. And actually, if we come into here and we do this, not tips and tricks, getting started, no. Example setups, recursive crafting. This is stuff that you need the item to craft the item. If you follow this guide right here, I actually went through by this guide, or probably this one here, the configurations, or if you just look at the 3D model here, this is an ME interface. We have a storage bus, cable anchor for power, storage bus, importer, spin it around, another importer. So take a peek at mine. I literally copied it like to the full extent of the tutorial. So interface, we have it importing diamonds and netherrack. And then this recognizes it, and this is to bring the crafted recipe back into our system. This imports the netherrack and the diamonds, and then this just connects it all. and it's all crafted in here. But now that we're caught up on everything, Merry Christmas. As I am recording this, it is 20 minutes into Christmas for me. It's 12:20 in the morning on the 25th of December. So to anyone that celebrates Christmas, Merry Christmas. You got to see my back there. Merry Christmas. This will get posted probably the day after Christmas. So 26th, tomorrow. Let me know in the comments what you guys got for Christmas. Let me know what you guys got. Anything good? New computers, new game, new mouse, new keyboard maybe? I got a new keyboard and a Stanley from my fiance. So that's very cool. I was on the same keyboard for like 5 years, so a new keyboard was definitely, it was very needed. But yes, let's actually get into the episode. Stop with the talking. No one likes talking. 2 things this episode. 1, the SPS reactor actually drains my entire system. If I turn that boy on there right now, it will probably by the end of the episode use all of our power that we have stored in our system. So we have 23 trillion. And I did the math. The SPS we have set up actually uses around 50 million FE a tick. Now that's a lot of power. So how are we going to counteract that? Well, so far the best form of power I've found that's self-sufficient, we don't need to do anything because we already have it, is what we're already running. The 64X Nether Star generators, which we just so happen to have a bunch because I pre-crafted them. I did the math on these, and these generate 261,888 FE a tick. So let's go ahead and calculate that. So 261,888 times 200 is 52,377,600 FE a tick. So it's a little more than we need, which is fine because it helps counteract that while still adding power into the system. So where are we going to set up 200 Nether Star reactors? Well, I figured we could probably do it in pretty much any one of these rooms. Look at this. Messy Endermans. We're going to need to run Nether Stars to it while also pulling power out of it. So that's going to be the real challenge. Making that neat yet efficient and quick. So we're actually going to try to do it all through AE. So I'm literally just going to make an entire wall here of these. And we'll probably do the other wall as well. This whole section, I might actually just make these. And we still might have even more to place. So some might get placed behind the wall. Let's see. All right, so we have 25 left over after placing our wall of generators here. So what we're actually going to do is... I'm trying to think of how I want this. I guess we will place it in the center here. Do something like this. Bam. All right. Now, how can I do this? Can interfaces input power as well as export the material? Is that something it'll do? Fuzzy card, no. We will certainly have to try. Let's actually go back into here. I can't favorite this, because if we search FE, I don't think it'll show up. does not look like it. And I think for our system to input FE, we need a flux assessor. Pull energy from network. Need external cable to push energy. That's going to be interesting, because I mean, I really don't want to just run all the cables on the front of them. That's the thing. Oh, look, I missed it. Oh, my screen just went black, and we're back. Let's take this. I actually missed a layer here. So let's fix that real quick. And I'll relay all of these down. Nice, and that actually gives us two perfect stacks of 8. And then interface. I do want to try. Let's actually make a recipe for these. And then make a recipe for this. Perfect. Now let's make 200 of them. So let me place all this down and we'll give it a go. Wow. 2 hours later and I finally got it. Thank you to Kesa. I tried XNet and Pipes and AE and a few others, and I could not get it to work. And I asked in the All the Mods 10 Discord, and someone had suggested Ender.io. And Ender.io would be good because the conduits stack. You could put multiple different conduits, like the energy conduit and the item conduit all in one block. Like you can stack the 2 different cables together in the one block. But someone also mentioned SFM, which I had thought but didn't know whether to try. I didn't realize it transferred power. But this is the code I'm running. So I'm inputting the nether star from the drawer, outputting to each generator, and then I'm also inputting the FE from the generator and outputting to the cell, which is, lag, here. Here is the cell. I did try it over here with the power cell, and this one, for whatever reason, does not want to work. But the ultimate energy cube does. Now, if we use a flux accessor and we put it on the right side, throw it here, and then this guy with a cable anchor, slap this here. We don't want it connected there. Do something like this. Now, get that out of my inventory. Come on here, output. This should then go straight into my AE system. Which, I mean, there's really no way to tell. Judging by the fact that it's jumping so fast, I'm going to assume that it is working. So that's always a pleasant sign. So we are exporting nether stars here. Which, actually, crap, I got to reconnect that. And it's already labeled. So let's just, okay, perfect. So I just, if I know it's working, and I'll show you guys I know it's working. If I remove the nether stars out of here, it just insta puts it back in. That's how I know it's pulling out of this drawer here, running through all of this big blocky cable, and slapping it right into the generator. And all of these guys should also be working. Now this cable's also pulling the energy out of all of these guys and just slapping it into our system. The only issue I do see this might have is the transfer rate. I don't know if this transfer rate is going to keep up with the usage it will have. So if we go home and reconnect this guy. The rest of this should now be working. Ooh, look at that solid burn. It's actually only using 13 mil. They're all connected. This will, at one point was using 50 mil. Outputting power. Outputting polonium. And making antimatter. Beautiful. But the problem you see us having here is I still have power drain. And I don't think SFM has a config file I can run. Or I can actually go through. I don't know there. I know if we do go with energy or Ender IO, this transfers 48,000 tick. That might be able to keep up with our needs here. Nice, that's a steady supply of antimatter now. It just bothers me that this is still... It's not pulling it quick enough. I wonder if it's a transfer issue from this guy. Oh, you know what the issue probably is? Universal. I'm not sure it'll actually, let's check. Oh, you see it fighting it? It has that, like, split second buffer. Oh, it went up. It's still dropping so fast. That's empty. This buffer is keeping up. So our bottleneck is not SFM. It's this cable. If I add more... Oh, shit. If I add more... Does that help it? Or is that just... Looks like it's fighting it more. Let's just wrap it. What's the worst that's going to happen? Output. We now have 1.2 FE in there. Oh, oh, it's going up. It's going up. And we can do one more. So we still hold 1.2 in the cable. But this is steadily climbing now while burning antimatter. Oh, that's great to see. Because my biggest fear is I come back and my base is just completely drained of power. Happens quite often because the AE system we're running uses an absolute virtual fuck ton of power. And yeah, no, this is running solid now. Our only bottleneck's gonna be polonium. Oh, this is so exciting. Yeah, because this is just steadily gaining now, which is great to see. Awesome to see. But That took 2 hours to figure out. It is now 2:40 in the morning. I am beat. So I'm gonna let this run all the polonium out of our system. We check polonium. Let's see, we have 14,000 buckets. So we'll let this run out. It's a shame I can't do more than the 4 acceleration cards. But yeah, I will finish the rest of this video tomorrow, or I guess today when I wake back up. But wow, this is exciting. This might be one of the best setups I've had for antimatter ever, really. So we have constant polonium production. This should be burning all the wasted radioactive cone blocks we get, which it seems like it's doing fairly well with it. Oh, we just barely have some in the system. We might need more wasted bees. I'll probably make more later on. I really don't see us needing much more antimatter, but yeah, you see we're fully caught up with our system now. That's all right. I'm happy. I'm happy for the night. We have absolutely passive power gen with the nether star generators. We are going to start burning nether stars, so I'll probably need more matrices for hostile neural networks. That is so cool to see. Oh man, this world's really coming together. So yeah, the way we're getting our nether stars currently is hostile neural networks here. This keeps happening. The Skult catalyst clogs this up. We should actually just get a drawer real quick. Instead of a drawer for this shit. Get another laser node. And item card. Oh, what the hell? And slap that guy in on east. East, west. And slap you there. That should work. And we're going to void it all. Dink. Void it all, buddy. We ain't need it. It just keeps clogging up the system. It really irks me. But let's see. We have 1 wither, 2 wither, a warden, and these are all ender dragons. So we have 2 withers currently. We're going to want way more withers. So we'll let this run overnight. We'll see. We'll probably end up running out of nether stars overnight. Which, if that's the case, I do think there are other feasible options for them. Nether star seeds. Not a bad idea. There's no nether star bees. That sucks. Hostile neural networks will probably be our best route. I mean, if we get a bunch of seeds, we could probably make a tank farm for them. But we need the nether star cruxes. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We'll go hostile neural networks and make like 5 of them if we have to. this is our power gen. This will probably last us until later on when we do DT fuel setup. But for now, this is nice. But I will catch you all in the next clip. I'm going to bed. Good night. And good morning. Alright, so I got a solid 6 hours of sleep. It is 11 a.m. on Christmas Day. And I let this run, you know, for the time that I slept. And it still went up. So I am curious if we go. Let's restart this bad boy. We're actually out of polonium. And oh, this has not gone up that much. Part of me wanted to walk into like a couple thousand. Silly me. It looks like we're bottlenecked with polonium still. Which, I mean, I kind of said that. We probably would be. So my best idea would be to make a couple more chemical oxidizers to put around here. Which we might put them... We'll probably put them downstairs. To clean this whole thing up. And we'll probably load the roof with these guys. Very nice. I am coming up on the server restart at 11:30 though. Do I have that area chunk loaded? I do. But maybe it's the outside. I don't know. I'll chunk load this whole thing if I have to. But the next thing I want to tackle this video is some of these modern industrialization ingots. And there was a quicker way I saw than running through, if we look at chromium ingots. The recipe for this is chromium hot ingot, which is made by getting dust in an EBF, dust made by packing down the little dusts in a packer or a crafting recipe. And if you look, we should actually have an absolute buttload of this. 617,000. So my idea, well, not my idea, I saw it from Pilpo, was a washing factory. We're going to make a couple of these because we're going to need a couple of these processes. So, netherite scrap. That's interesting because I don't think I have a way of actually getting netherite scrap. Is there a way to turn my ingot back into netherite scrap? No. Lens of the miner turns netherrack into ancient debris. Ayo. How much netherrack do we have? None. A couple 2-tree. Oh, that piece of glass is extra. Oh, it's so quick. I should have extras. I think I made a lot because I was going to make a second cube. Maybe not. I think I still have all the lenses. I have 362 lenses still. Okay. We need a power cable now. I know exactly where we have one. Go like this, go like this, go like this. Is it? There's the lens of the miner, right? Maybe it's just an off chance to get it? Oh wait, a combiner with basalt and netherite dust. This is a new machine. I've never actually seen this one. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to get a little process made up for netherite scrap, and I'll bring you guys back when I have that. Better idea. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 netherite blocks. We need our bee cages. We're gonna hijack 2 of our diamond bees. And make them have babies. We should get a diamond bee. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's go, so we don't mix them up and make too many, let's go put our diamond bees back. So there's our parent diamond bees. Then we are going to grow our little guys up. This is catching them, crap. Alright, so we need all 5 of these guys to grow up. And then... crap. Hit him with another red block. And bee cages. 4. Come over here, feller. You can do it. Alright, and they should all have the high stats already. And then we should be able to just... I think they're probably just gonna feed on netherite blocks. Yep. There we go. Reload shaders. Sometimes it gets buggy with the bees. I'm actually having to turn the shaders down quality levels because my performance is absolutely tanking the later we get into the pack. I mean, it's plummeting. You see, we're at like fluctuating like 60, 90, 93 down here, 90-ish, 50. So we're dropping. Hoping we can make it through the pack. We should be able to. And then we just... oh, there we go. We got netherite scrap already. Perfect. And then we're just going to toss it into our bus. Bingo. Gone. Awesome. So that's the process I've been going through with the bees. And then I have a big tank of honey. This is literally just for show. Because I also have a drawer down here filling with honey still. And we're at 1.3 million buckets. If we check our system, we can see it because I have a storage bus on the back. So if we ever need honey, boy, we got some honey. So let's get back into here. We're going to set this process up probably right here. Eat some ham. All right. So, washing factory. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Washing factory. We want a fermentation station. Fermentation station. Just like so. We're going to stack them here. And then fluid sieve. Once we get the fluid sieve, what do we got here for channels? We got 3 channels we can do. Yikes. Well, when in doubt, connector it out. I mean, we have quite literally thousands of channels available, so. Make sure this is cleared. Bind it. Go home. 20 of 32. Little doinky doink. Connect that feller up. This guy. White. Alright, so this is connected. Cleared. Need it. P2P. We'll go back. And then what we want is a smart cable. A dense cable. P2P tunnel facing that. And that. Alright, so now we have channels available. So what we're going to do, come off our main line. Washing factory needs power, liquid meat, and another type of fluid here. Chromium. Oh. Wrong. We need the chromium dust and the fluid. And I do believe it needs to be the big dust, not the tiny dust. If we look at this. Oh, we're going to try it. Alright. It's the only thing we can do, right? And also, we need to come down here. Let's put this guy away. We need a line over here. 29 of 32. Alright. It'll work. We need a storage bus line. Don't have any storage buses. We want a storage bus. Connect it up. We should be able to see liquid meat in our system. Awesome. We also should probably just get this up and running for a little while. So this will start gradually going up. We want an exporter here. Wrong. We want to export the liquid meat. So that's filling up. And then we're actually going to try the chromium small dust first. Okay, does not fit. It's alright, we can pack it down. Then we can crafting card. And like this, and we can go chromium dust. In like so. We need some acceleration cards. Load it up. Go input, back, pull. Make sure these are all online. It doesn't appear to want to work. I could be doing something wrong. Maybe it's this crushed dust I need. Let's manually try to slap it in there. Maybe it needs power first. No, not power first. Alright, let me figure out what I'm doing wrong. Alright, let me just tab back in. I know what I did wrong. So it's not the actual dust itself, it's the ore. This is for the ores. Go modern indust ore. Raw ore. So for the antimony, the titanium, the tungsten. And then I do believe it'll work for the other processes once they're hot. Don't remember. This is a lot of settings. Okay. We want antimony ore, titanium ore, tungsten ore. And then raw ore meat. Push to the top. Then it comes into here. Alright. Let's also get some upgrades blasted up in here. Look at it cooking now. So fermented ore meat, push that again to the top. We need to input sand in that one. So we need another export bus. Sand. Gosh damn, where's the regular sand? And then it turns it into the dust. So now we have antimony dust. And then I have notes here. Fluid sieving with sand inputted in. And then EBF. Am I out of sand? Yeah, I was out of sand. Alright, now we need to input the dust back into our system, so we'll use an import bus. Like so. And now we're making titanium dust. Get rid of all this stuff here. And we'll probably use one setup for each ore, so we don't have to worry about the ore meats like mixing. So there we go, there's that. But modern indust raw. We also have to be able to get the raw ore itself, so we need crafting recipes for those. Or we want macerator. Trying to make sure we're not filled up with channels, but we absolutely are. Pattern provider. Macerator, tungsten. Right, this is the macerator? Yep. Alright, so the macerators, we have the recipes to make the ores. But we need this guy to tell that guy. Oh, easy. So we'll seal this one when full now. And now we're just limited by this guy. Okay, very, very cool. So with that now, we need to make the EBF, the electric blast furnace. Which, if we're smart, we're just going to make a crafting recipe for this guy. Crafting recipe for this guy, for smooth stone. And basic machine hull. We should have a crafting recipe for that. Okay, this is just basic crafting. Easy peasy, no sweat. We'll go back home. Crafting recipe for smooth stone. We'll go back. Okay, we want a EBF. Electric blast. We're going to do 3 of them. Get those crafting up. Next thing we're going to need is Canthal coils. It's made with Canthal cable, which is made like this. Bookmark this. Canthal plate. Bookmark this. Bookmark this. How do we actually make the Canthal? Canthal dust, chromium dust, stainless steel dust, aluminum dust. Alright. Stainless steel dust is iron, nickel, manganese, and chromium. Manganese is a B. Interesting. So we need Canthal. And this is a hell of a crafting recipe. Wow. Alright. Cryofluid, is this gonna be argon? Woo. Alright, let me see if there's an easy way to craft this up. Okay, so I actually just saw another thing. Cupro nickel coil. And we can actually autocraft this. Crap, we're out of patterns. Nice. We will throw these in the assembler. And we'll go coil. I don't know how many we're going to need. Let's start with a stack. Alright, so that is now running. We're also going to need item input, item output, and we need MV. We're going to need energy input hatch and electric blast furnace itself. And we have a wrench somewhere. We're gonna put these guys right across the way. So awesome. So what are these blocks? The yellow blocks. Heat-proof machine casing. Looks fairly easy to do. So we'll go heat-proof casing. Do a stack of those. So we're making the plates of that now. We have our copper nickel coils, and then we also need our hatches here. So we'll go item input, item output, and then coils. Let's actually pull this away from the window one block. So we'll go one block. Actually, I think I went one too far. Yeah. Input, output, coils. Energy. I don't have any gates left. Get the crafting. Any day now. Oh! I'll be right back. Alright, server reset is out of the way. We got 6 hours to go. And I believe we're just waiting on the heat-proof casings now. So while we're waiting on those, we can actually go ahead. We'll get another connector set up. P2P tunnels. We'll put the connector. Should we go underneath with it? Nah. So let's get these guys out of our belt. Let's get this guy off our offhand. We're actually gonna move this. We'll put this guy like here. So we're actually able to fully utilize it. Clear this. We'll go home. Get that going. I like keeping track of that. Alright. And keep going up. Up, up, up. It's connected. Let's get this guy. We need white. We'll go white. We need a new P2P. We'll go this guy. Back. Need some cable. and P2P memory card. Alright, now clean our inventory back up. And then we got the dents we could just run. If we need to remove it, we'll remove some. But for now, item input. Let's go exporter. We want to export modern and dust. So I think it's gonna be use. Let's clean this thing back up. Wrong recipe. U. Oh, antimony can just be smelted. Use U. Tungsten and titanium. Chromium dust. U. Let's get some acceleration cards ripping. Ooh. Now we want a importer. We want to connect these guys to our main line now. Get our heat-proof casing out. Wrench in offhand. And if I'm not mistaken, this should absolutely just connect now. I see a light. Valid. Nice. Cooper nickel, Cantal. Cooper nickel. Okay, oh, I ran this on the wrong thing. It's not even connected. There we go. Titanium dust is in. And it should just make... Ooh. Looks like I do need Cantal for titanium. That's not fun. What if we take the titanium out? Alright, yeah, chromium's running. And then we get chromium hot. And then we need a vacuum freezer to cool it down. And I do have all this stuff for a vacuum freezer. Looks like it's gotta go up one more block. Ooh. Something like so. And then we need this stuff. And this stuff we want in item input, item output, and then LV, gate, and then just the casing. Just like this. And it completed the structure. Active, we have power, we need export bus now. And we want to export any hot ingot. Hot ingot. Stainless, superconductor, titanium. Just like so. Okay. And then we want to re-input it back into our system. Import. And then cable. And then that should be this guy done. It doesn't seem to be running though. This seems to be going just fine. Where are hot ingots going though? Right here. They're in our system. Oh, auto pull. I think we need that on. Oh, this died output. There we go. And now this is running. Very cool. And that should have been our first ingot. It just went into our system. We'll go chromium. And there we go. Our first chromium ingot. Very nice. Now we just need Canthal. Because Cooper Nickel will not do that. So I can either work on that on camera or off. Let me see how long this recording is. Okay, so it does appear we're sitting around an hour. So I'm actually just going to wrap this video up here. And then in the next episode, we are, I guess, going to work towards Canthal. So we can get these guys fully upgraded and running smoothly. Off camera, I'm probably going to make the Chromium B. This guy. Which needs 6 ruby spawn eggs. Which is just honey tree type ruby and an egg. I'm not sure how you actually... Incubation. I don't know how to get that though. I'll figure this out and I'll get the Chromium B. I thought we were going to need Chromium for that. But we do have Chromium being made here now. The bees are going to be better though. And then we can shut these down and just use them on demand instead. I'm going to also get more Wither Stars going so we don't run out. Sorry. Nether Stars. Because we're actually losing more than we're gaining. And that's not good. But our power is going up, which is good. So, I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you learned something new with this skip here. Getting the titanium dust. If we go dust. Oh, search, buddy. Type, buddy. Oh no, having a stroke. So there we go. We have titanium dust. We can make it into the ingots now. but we need Canthal. So we'll work on this next episode. But hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have a good Christmas, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.